Hello friends, it's Miss Cheryl from Warren Newport Public Library. Welcome to another edition of Kids in the Kitchen. Today we're going to make a holiday cookie, and our recipe comes from Christmas Cookies by Lisa Zwirn. This is going to be a cookie that you may have had, but it has lots of different names. Some people call them snowball cookies, some people call them butterball cookies, some people call them Russian tea cakes, some people call them Mexican cookies. They're a cookie that we bake. It's a butter cookie that we have nuts in, and then we roll it in powdered sugar. Before we get started, make sure to wash your hands, make sure your work areas are clean, and if you have long hair, pull it back. Let's get started. So to begin with, we're going to blend our butter. So I'm going to put some beaters in my mixer and blend my butter for a few minutes so it's soft and creamy. Now I have left my butter out overnight so it's nice and soft. You could also put it in the microwave to soften it if that works better for you. So a half a stick of butter. Remember, this recipe is online at the website under Kids in the Kitchen. So 16 tablespoons of butter or 2 sticks of butter. All right, be noisy for a minute. Okay, my butter is creamed. It's very nice and soft. Really nice and soft and mushy. Now if you feel like your butter's not getting soft enough, just put it in the microwave for just 10 seconds, and that'll really soften it up. And to this, we're going to add a half a cup of powdered sugar. So just like this. And we'll put it on the mixer again. These cookies come together really, really fast. Now, since you're using a mixer, you probably want to have an adult present. The next thing we're going to add is our vanilla and our salt. So I have a 1/4 teaspoon of salt and 2 teaspoons of vanilla. One, 2. And we'll blend this in. Now, if you feel like you're not mixing it up quite the way you want, you can always stop your mixer, turn your batter with your spoon or your spatula, whatever you're using, and then turn it back on. Okay, looks good. Looks very good. Okay, next we're going to put in our flour. Now you're going to do this at a low speed just till it's incorporated. This is 2 1/4 cups of flour. So you're going to go slow. And this particular batter, this cookie batter, will sit in your refrigerator for 30 minutes so it's easier to handle. Otherwise, it's too soft. Okay. So I'm going to take my beaters out. And I'm going to clean them off a little bit because there's a lot of batter caught on my beaters. Now I have made this batter ahead of time, and I have even froze it and then baked it right when I needed it. Okay, now I'm going to give this a stir because it's as easy to just do it by hand like this as it is on the mixer. I think I'm going to get a spoon. I think I would like a spoon better. You can switch and see what works for you. Okay, now that we have this all mixed up, we're going to add our pecans. 3/4 of a cup of pecans. And after these are mixed in, then we're going to put it in the refrigerator for 30 minutes. You could just put a cover on it, or if you prefer, you could put plastic wrap it in plastic wrap or in a container, whatever works for you. If we refrigerate it for a little while, it'll be easier to handle. See how nicely it comes together? Very nice. Okay, so stop your video and I'll see you in 30 minutes. Okay, friends, I've taken our cookie dough out of the refrigerator after 30 minutes. And now we're going to make little balls. I like to use a cookie scoop, but if you want to use just a regular old spoon, that works too. And I'm just going to put them on like that. Now, I might push them down a little bit and try to make them a little bit flatter. And your oven is at 350, so if your oven's not been preheated, preheat it now. And once your oven is preheated, we're going to bake them for, I would say, 11, 12 minutes. You're going to look, you want them to be barely brown. And you could always use a spoon and just make a ball with your hand. That works too. You really can't do these wrong. These are a very delicate cookie. They almost like melt in your mouth. Oh, there's my oven. It's preheated. So then I'm going to just take my fingers and push it down a little bit. Just a little. That's how I like to do it. So once I have my cookie sheet filled, I'm going to put them in the oven for 11 or 12 minutes, and I'll see you back here. Okay, I pulled our cookie sheet out of the oven, and we're going to let them sit here for 5 minutes. And then we're going to roll them in powdered sugar. So let them sit and come back in 5 minutes. Alrighty, our cookies have sat here for about 5 minutes, so I'm going to put a couple in the powdered sugar. And I just kind of turn them, fluff them. You also could put powdered sugar in a bag if you wanted to, but you have to be careful because these are very, very delicate cookies. They break really easily. Now, it also says right before you serve them, if you want to, you could add more. You could put them in a second dusting of powdered sugar. although I feel like they taste just fine the way they are. And if you wanted to put more in a bigger bowl, you could do that too. I just do it the way I'm used to doing it. These are a favorite cookie at my house, so I make them every year. And these are our Pecan Butterball cookies. I hope you have a wonderful holiday and I hope you enjoy this recipe. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.